In today's rapidly evolving digital era, social media has become an integral part of daily life, particularly among the youth. While it offers platforms for connection and learning, its potential to influence academic performance cannot be ignored. Similarly, recreational activities, whether physical, creative, or leisurely, play a critical role in shaping holistic well being and productivity. We are Group 1, and this is our research titled Examining the Effects of the Temporal Ratio Between Recreational Activities and Social Media Usage on the Academic Performance of Foundation and Advancement Years Program Scholars of the Philippine Science High School Central Luzon campus. Here in Table 1, we can examine the spread of our 65 respondents' favorite recreational activities. The recreational activity with the highest frequency was sports/exercise, a group that included any recreational activity that was based around a sport, example chess, swimming, basketball, or exercise, example dancing, working out. The category of NA is reserved for the responses that did not answer the question with an activity, but with responses that indicated that they had no favorite recreational activity.
Also, as for the top 3 applications used, this report only used the first of the top 3 applications for the sake of brevity. The highest frequency item was TikTok, then Messenger, then YouTube. Nothing much of note here, hypotheses that social media applications would take the top 3 places were spread around the group, and generally agreed upon. That hypothesis was proven correct.
The grades of the respondents are laid out here, with a mean of 1.85 and no non-responses. There's nothing too noteworthy about this, without the added complexities of the recreational activities and the favorite electronic applications.
Here in Table 4, we can see the mean of the time students spend on recreational activities during the weekend. There are no missing data points, aside from the fact that our outliers that spends 36 hours on recreational activities during weekends should probably get some sleep. There is little to note about times as this is purely univariate.
Here in Table 5, we can see the time students spend on electronic applications during both the weekdays E and the weekend F. A general trend is that the time spent on applications increase drastically during weekends, which is to be expected as students have more time overall to do non-studying activities.
Although the highest average belongs to tourism, that doesn't really mean much as tourism only includes one person. Even with the third largest amount of people, watching and listening still has the highest average grade of any recreational activity, with its mode being 1.0, its median being 1.50, and its mean being 1.57, with the second largest gaming being 0.21 points above it, with the next being 0.22 above that. Overall, watching and listening has an absurd margin of increase compared to its other non-one frequency recreational activities, while only having a standard deviation barely above the largest group, sports and exercise. Thus leading to the illusion that smart people watch/listen/read a lot, which would make sense. When there is NAN as a SD of something, that means there's only one data point in that category, which is troubling. Due to how there is only one data point in them, we cannot totally use them as information in this, so they will be showed but ultimately not considered. Only considering the ones with standard deviations, the highest mean belongs to Messenger with a 0.04 leader in TikTok.
Here in Table 8, we can see the time spent on each application. The app with the most time on average is Google Docs, followed by Pokemon Unite, Spotify, and Safari, then Character AI. Other than that, we can see that weekdays usually have far less time than weekend, except for the Google Docs application. We can surmise that this is because Google Docs is an educational application, and thus is less used during the weekends, the time to rest.
In our last table, we see the time allocated to certain recreational activities, in which we clearly see that the highest average is recorded in the watching/listening in both measures of censor shown here. The category of NA still has time allocated, so we can surmise that respondents who did not answer their favorite recreational activities still do some activities, but at an average of a lower scale. Those under NA also have a lower electronic application usage on average. An interesting factoid. Considering the averages, it goes watching/listening at the highest, then gaming, then sports and exercise.
Overall, our research has led to some interesting conclusions. First of all, intelligent people really like using Messenger and watching TikTok. Second of all, the main recreational activities of intelligent people are listening, watching, and reading. Or rather, the people who prefer listening, watching, and reading over other recreational activities are on average smarter in mathematics. Although these findings do show certain patterns in the psyche of those capable in the subject of mathematics, it is not a basis for overall intelligence and intellect.
And that concludes our study about the effects of the temporal ratio between recreational activities and social media usage on the academic performance of Foundation and Advancement Years Program or FIYP scholars of the Philippine Science High School Central Luzon campus. Thank you for watching.